Hey everyone, welcome back to Author Journey. My name is CJ Anaya. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about keyword research for your books. It's really important for you to have some kind of idea of how to make your Amazon page search engine optimized, because when people go to Amazon, a lot of the time they do not know exactly what they're looking for, but they have an idea. So they don't necessarily know what the title is called or what they are going to look for specifically, but generally they've got a broad understanding of, oh, I would like to read a paranormal romance, or I would like to read a sci-fi military adventure, or something to that effect. So they're going to type in things and search things. Now, I've shown you ways that you can go in and manually look these things up, and it takes a lot of time. I had someone ask me what I'm recently doing now to do keyword research, since I had discussed a few different things on my Facebook pages and how the process was speeding up now. And I think I've talked to you guys a little bit about KDP Rocket, but I don't think I've ever actually demonstrated what it can do. And this is awesome and crucial, especially when you start getting into Amazon ads and you're needing to research keywords for those Amazon ads. It also really helps as you start to plug in keywords for your book descriptions to try to hit necessary tropes that are really important. So what I want to do is just show you what this can do and how KDP Rocket can help you. I want you to know that I highly recommend this. I pretty much use this only now because it is so effective and it helps you with so many aspects of the process, and it does it in a very quick way. So I'm going to go right to this button right here and just hit this. When I was researching really important tropes and keywords, specific things for my YA fantasy novel, I wanted to know what I should include in the blurb that would get searched the most. So I started thinking about what things were in my book specifically. So there's fairies, there's princes, there's warriors, there's satyrs. So I started typing in things. So there's also dark elves. So we'll just type in dark elves and see what pops up. You guys can check this out. So what we have here is we have 1,865 number of competitors. Okay, so this is really important. And if you don't know what any of this is, Dave is really good. Dave Cheston is the one who's created this and sells this. He's very good about giving you tutorials before you start this. They're really quick. It doesn't take a lot of time to learn how to navigate this, but it will go into more detail about how to read this, okay? So what you want to do is just hit this Analyze button. It's going to check about how much people are making a month, okay? So it tells you the estimated average monthly earnings of the top books that rank for this keyword. So Dark Elves is great, I think. Unfortunately, it has, do you see how this is less than 100? You really don't, rule of thumb is you don't want to pick a keyword that has less than 100 searches on Amazon, even though this competitive score is actually pretty good. You really want to stay away from high competitive scores, because that means other people are using these keywords very often. It's a competitive keyword. You want that keyword to go down low. So you might consider, well, yes, I know that there are only about less than 100 searches, but maybe it's worth it because of the competitive score. But it's always best to kind of try and stay away from this less than 100. This is helpful. Dark Elves series, it looks like there's 1,045 searches. So let's just analyze this. So that's making the top books who are using this keyword specifically, or this keyword phrase, they're making about $833 a month. Don't have a ton of competitors. Really good searches right here. And then it's not too competitive as far as the score goes. So this is something that I put in my keywords, and also that I put in my book description. I found a way to seamlessly put it in there because I know that people are searching for it. It's not a competitive, like not too competitive. It is making money. So I put that in there. So Dark Elves was something that I did. Then this is Dark Elves Awakening. I'm assuming that must be a title of a book. And sometimes when you put keywords into those 7 slots, as you fill out your KDP form, you can put in books, or you can put in book titles in your book description. Things like this series is perfect for readers of Sarah J. Maas and her, or Maz, I never say names right, I'm so sorry guys, and her series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. So you can put those in because a lot of times people are searching for those books. But if your book is similar to those series that are popular, then you can kind of draw them to your books as well. So this, it looks like there aren't as many searches for that, although I think this is a title anyway. So you can see how Dark Elves cosplay. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so you can see how you could easily look at these. And what's really nice is that you can export it. You don't want to have to memorize the information. Just export it into a file. Hold on to that so that you understand the numbers. You have the data, and you can do that. Oh, and here's that button, by the way, for the video tutorials to just kind of teach you what's going on. With this tab right here, competition, you're going to insert your idea or a general topic, and Rocket is going to give you lots of important information. So my book is a young adult romantic fantasy, okay? So what I'm going to do is just type in fantasy romance, okay? And that's pretty broad, but it's going to give me some information, okay? And then what you want to do is hit, okay, so it's looking for books, it's looking for books. So these are books that are also claiming to be, and probably are, although sometimes people will put their books in the wrong categories, claiming to be fantasy romances. So you're going to take a look at the competition there. You're going to see who the authors are, subtitle, the title, how long it's been published, its ranking, okay? This is the Amazon bestseller rank. It's going to let you know how competitive this is, how well it's selling, how many reviews it has. Good glory, A Discovery of Witches has a lot of reviews. And it looks like they're really good reviews. So the price is $10.99. Looks like, good heavens, $10.99. The daily sales is 1,132. Monthly sales is 26,039. So you can hit this and check it out. It'll take you to it. You could study their blurb. You could see how their cover looks. This is all really good information as you start to create your blurb, as you find the right cover designers, okay? And if you click on that, it'll take you to it. Now, when you hit Unleash the Categories, it's going to show you what categories these books that you're kind of competing against are in. And I've seen this Sin and Chocolate pop up quite a bit next to my book, which I think this is a little risque, so I think that's kind of funny. But since mine are young adult teen romances, but I didn't really specify whether it was adult or teen, but she's selling quite a bit. She is as well. So you're looking at vampire romance books. So on Amazon, they'll do the categories this way. On this thing that we're looking at, they do it this way. So it's really interesting just to look at the compilation of the categories to see what is going to fit best, where you can find a good place where there are a lot of readers are passing through, but it's not too competitive, okay? So it gives you a lot of really great information. This is also very cool. When you're considering doing AMS ads, it's really important when you do those ads that you have at least 300 keywords to add to your ad. That will help you. A lot of people will do AMS ads and they'll think, oh, I've got a couple of good keywords. I'll just take the suggestions that Amazon gave me. Don't do that. Go in manually and add at least 300. And you can always export them and copy and paste so that makes it a lot easier. So something that I would do for my young adult romance, I would just go teen and young adult fantasy. It's pretty broad, but it's going to give me some ideas, okay? So we've got teen and young adult fantasy, Kindle Unlimited, Sons of the Sand. So you can have titles and you can have authors. Okay, A.L. Noor, I just want to put in a plug for her because this girl is killing it. I met her, she's fabulous. She's got this box set up that's #1 in teen and young adult, and I've read it. It's also really fun and great. And she's just a very cool person. So I'm just going to put a very big plug in for her. Go read her books if you enjoy mermaid romances. It's so much fun, and she's very gifted and talented. And I'm super pumped that she's showing up here on this. Just all that success. I'm so excited for her. Anyway, okay, back to all of this. So you can scroll down. I think that they're still looking for stuff. Inception, The Girl from Everywhere. So it's really important with AMS ads that you have titles of books that are similar to yours within the keywords, and also authors. and you can test and move things around, but about 300 words or 300 keywords or phrases is really, really good. And this is a great way to do that. You can export that information, copy and paste it in. So fast, so fast, and so cool. And I highly recommend that you guys take Amazon ads classes. Don't do it on your own, because a lot of people will do Amazon ads, but they don't know how to read the data. They don't realize that it generally takes 14 days for Amazon to really come back with a lot of the data that you need. And so you'll sit there and think, oh, this ad isn't working, and then just immediately stop like within a week. And that's just, there's no way that you can read or gather enough data to read it. So make sure you take classes so that you understand what you're looking at and how you're doing it. Dave actually has a free AMS ads course where he kind of shows you the basics and shows you how to incorporate KDP Rocket into it. If you go to his website, Dave Chesson, or you just go to KDP Rocket, look it up, you'll be able to find that class for free. It's really, really good information. Dave offers a lot of cool information that you don't have to pay for. This you do. KDP Rocket, I'm pretty sure it's $90, which all you got to do is pay $90 and then you have it, you use it. It's really great software. I've used it over and over and over again for myself and for clients. So it has more than been a great investment for me. So another thing, you can just look at categories as well. Just push this button and you can check out all the different categories that a lot of these books are under. You can check out the competition, what the #1 book sales rank is. A lot of times if you see that a #1 book is between 5,000 and 20,000, that's probably a good place for you to put your book and try to compete, because you don't have to have like crazy sales to be able to get noticed and get on that first page where, that first page where there's 20 books listed, which is where you want your book to be in any category. So I love this. I think it's so, so great. I'm going to put a link to KDP Rocket in the description. It is an affiliate link, but again, I need to be transparent. I want you to know that, but I also want you to know that I don't promote things that I don't use, or that I don't believe in. And I really, really think you need to get this, because it's going to save you so much time when you start doing your blurbs and start doing the search engine optimization for your Amazon page. Very, very important for that, and for ads, Facebook ads. This is going to help you out a lot. This is another cool thing that Dave does for free. Once you have your book description written out, you know what needs to happen, and you've got your keywords in there, then you just come in here and copy and paste it or write it in here. And then what you can do is you can make it look really pretty. You can highlight something and bold it. You can highlight something and italicize it. A lot of times I like to take my tagline and I like to bold it right at the top. Or you can have little headliners to make them a little bit bigger. This size, this size, this size. It's very, very cool. What's great about this is a lot of times when you want to design something, if you want to design something, you have to use HTML coding for it to show up on your Amazon's Facebook page. So if you've seen things in bold or different headlines or just really cool things like adding stars, you have to use HTML, which takes some time to figure that out. And in this case, what happens is this will generate the HTML code for you. So you just format it the way you want, and then it will generate that for you. So let's just scroll down here. Once you have it all formatted, then you hit generate my code. It'll show up here. You just copy it, you paste it in there, and then you're not making any funny little mistakes, because sometimes you have to be very precise with HTML coding. You miss one little thing and all you see is HTML coding once you've published it. You don't see the font and the design that you were trying to do, or the formatting. So you can mess it up really easily. So I recommend that you use this if you can. I'll put a little link to the Amazon book description generator as well. And if you just scroll right here, you can see the Get My Free AMS Ads course. If you have no idea how to do AMS ads and you need to learn the basics, I would do this. This is really informative. I really loved it. I needed more hands-on stuff, so as I was learning AMS ads, I just paid the money that I needed to take the courses that I needed to so that I could learn this. Because what I'm seeing now is if you really want to make money, you need to understand Facebook ads, you really need to understand Amazon ads, you need to understand BookBub ads. And either you outsource that or you learn how to do it yourself, but you've got to do it. Because this type of advertising is really what is making the difference between authors who are making about $1,000 a month to $2,000 a month and authors who are making $35,000 a month. So just want to let you know and want to light a fire under your patooties so that you can really start to see some return on your investment, some really great ROI. Also note that depending on how many books you have is always also going to determine how much money you make. A lot of these authors who are making $35,000 a month, they have 10 or more books out. So you're not going to make a ton of money right away with just one book or two books. It's going to take time. So focus on writing first, get as many books written as you can, then start publishing them, and then start advertising them. But in the process of all that, do these things that you need to learn how to make your Amazon page convert into sales, which has a lot to do with the keywords. It has a lot to do with the cover. It has a lot to do with how you're writing your blurb and how that page is presented. And these tools can help you. And then it also has a lot to do with just learning how to advertise, because when indie authors generally tend to have to learn to be marketers and advertisers, which is not something I thought I would ever have to learn, but I'm starting to do it. Stop dragging my feet, getting it done, and I'm learning a lot. Okay, so just to show this again, keywords, you can search to see what they're ranked, competition, AMS keywords, and categories. I highly recommend you go grab this. I'll have that link below. I'll also have a link below to the book description generator. I love Dave. This man rules. I've met him before at the 20 Books to 50K conference in Las Vegas. If you guys have a chance to go to that next year, I would do it. I would also join that Facebook group because you're going to learn a lot. I'll put some links to that in the description as well. But I hope that this has helped you. These are some fundamentals that you really need to understand on the business end of writing and making money as an author. It's super important to write a fabulous, wonderful book and to have a great cover, but that's pretty much the bare minimum because a lot of authors are doing that, creating a fabulous product with a fabulous cover. Now you need to learn how to market it so that you can make that money and you can do this as a full-time job. And these are the types of tools you need to be able to get that done. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching it. Please like it if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you're new to the family, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.